sun is shining, it is about midday, it's on Tuesday, I've just done my dough prep for the market tomorrow and I'm hungry, I haven't eaten anything, but I have this, a 1.1 kilo Tomahawk dry aged steak from Thomas Joseph Butchers. Let's light up the dome and let's cook this thing on wood. We're going to do it, we're going to get the dome hot, we're going to light it up, get it raring, let it drop down. I'm going to do a bit of a reverse sear, so I'm going to get it to about 40 odd degrees internal, then I'm going to ramp it up again and I'm going to sear the hell out of it, and then we're going to have this for lunch. So let's light the dome. Right, first things first, door off. Last time I used this I cooked it on wood. I'm going to grab my utility pill, just going to grab the wood fired like control kind of kit part of it. I've got a little bit of wood there that I was already cooking with the other day. We're going to get some kindling, so got some kindling here, some little bits of wood basically, so we're going to make ourselves a little log pile. Now this should not take a lot to get this going at all really. I'm not looking to saturate the oven with loads of heat because then we're going to ramp it up. Okay, so little eco firelighter, one of these little wall firelighters, that's going in. I'm going to stick it in the middle towards, I'm actually going to stick it towards this side because I'm going to be using the wood fire control unit, like the what's it called, the air light control unit at the side. This thing, I don't know if you know about this oven, but it's got a cap that goes on the side there, and then you've got this is a battery powered wood fire control unit. This is going to get my fire going like the clappers. It's going to like pimp it, you press it, turn it on, and it feeds air. It takes the warm air from underneath, feeds it up through the oven. So I'm going to plug that in. Currently, let's have a look. Let's see what temperature we're at already. So the inside of this oven, I mean, I know it's nice and dry, it's already 31 degrees C, so it's already quite warm. Where's my lighter? Let's get this lit. And we'll get another little bit of kindling on there, a couple of little bits, just to get this going. Right, fire's already going. We're going to slide this in all the way in to the corner, just there like that. So that just tucks in there like that, okay? And then what we're going to do, you see the fire's already going. We're going to come around here, okay? Going to come around here and we're going to turn on our wood fire control unit. Just going to power it up and you're going to see a little light powers up, okay? And if I press it here, that's going to give it some boost. So, right, you see that in there? It's boosted that flame and that's going to get it absolutely pumping, okay? So what we're going to do, going to put our firelighters back on our shelf. Going to get down here, have a look down here. This is some kiln dried hardwood. So we're probably going to use a couple of bits of this. So let's just cut some quick. I don't know if you've seen any of these things before, but these are really cool. This thing I've got is called a kindling cracker. See this here? So you put it down on a surface that you're not going to damage. I'm going to grab a couple of bits of this wood. So we're not going to need loads, like I said. Got a hammer here. This bit's actually a decent size, but you're going to put it in there and you just, like, I don't mind, I love using an axe, right? But this thing is just easier, it's safer. And you can just break up your wood like that. Really simple, really easy. I know that was loud. I'm not even going to use all of this wood to cook this, so let me show you the oven now. See how it's pumping already? What we're going to do, going to get a bigger log on there, and you can see that airflow from that control unit absolutely pumping. Going to get 2 of these on there. Just have a look at this down here as well. This is really cool. So this is the battery level here of the unit, and this is the level on which I've got the fan. So if I show you, it's on full blast at the minute, this fan, and if I just go around here and turn it down, you're going to see it's going to, because it's Bluetooth connected, it's going to correspond to the fan level. You see that? It's gone down a bar. So it's going to show me my fan speed is now, see that, level 2 fan speed. And you have a look at the fire in there. If I crank it up to the highest level, fan is starting to pump, flame is going, and now we're back on that level. And we're already at 70 degrees C, 53 degrees centigrade on the deck, and 71 on the air temperature. I'm going to be using my meat probes as well for this, or a meat probe. They plug into here and it's going to show me the temperature of the meat there, so I can keep an eye on things. That is absolutely flying already. Right, let's let that pump. Let's go prep steak. Right, excuse the mess behind me, but right now, let me just move that out of the way. Just got a little pan here. This is with a little rack in it. Normally I use my IKEA stainless steel pans. One of them did come with this rack, but it's currently in the dishwasher. So I'm just gonna use this one. What I'm gonna do is, this steak has been out a little while. We are gonna open it up and we're just gonna salt it to begin with. So, oh man, look at this. Absolute steak of dreams. So there's some paper or something over the bone. I'm going to take that off because we don't need that. I don't know whether or not I should put foil or something around the bone. I think I'm just going to leave it because I think it's going to be all right. But look at that. Let's pat this steak dry. Let's just dry it off a little bit. But look at this beauty. Bit of meat, nice bit of fat on there, nice bit of yellow fat. It's a nice colour on this. Right, let's salt it up. Decent amount of salt on there. Oh man, there's something wicked about having a steak like this with a big bone to just grab. I'm really hungry. I don't know how long this is going to take actually. I imagine it's going to take a decent amount of time to get that core temp, and it's going to take a while for this oven to just drop. So, right, steak is salted. Let's have a look, see how the oven's getting on. Oven is absolutely ripping. We're at 160 degrees already. This is probably going to go up to about 300 on the air temp. And I'm just going to let that wood die off, okay? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use my peel just to sort of maneuver the utility peel here, just to maneuver and spread it out. So I've got a nice even spread on that fire. Because I'm not looking, like I say, I'm not looking to get this oven absolutely crazy hot for pizza. That's going to happen afterwards, and we're going to utilise that wood fire control unit to get it there. Just take a moment to enjoy this flame. You know what I'm saying? Ha 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 ha. Hands held high, raise them up to the sky. Never let them low, only thought you should know. Hands held high, raise them up to the sky. Never let them low, go, go. I got about 100 reasons to leave the party, but I will not. Got a lot of meaning to get to you when I'm in a spot. Thought about what's the season, oh yeah, it's summer, feeling so hot. I could burn in my slumber, turn the lights off and let the beat drop. I'm the meanest rapper, meaning I feed on rappers a lot. I'm obscene, I need not encouragement, this the courage I got. Got a buzz going, so people heard of me, then I pop. Kinda was going, how you gonna tell me I gotta stop? Start another trend, and if you wanna get in on the ground floor, then what you holding up the wall standing? This oven is an absolute beast. Look, you might notice I've got it on my little cabinet like here. I had it on the stand before. The problem is in my setup, my stand took up too much space. So if you have a look, this is my current situation here. So underneath there, that's actually a Traeger Ranger underneath there, little smoker. I've got the arc light, I've got a little Joe Jr., I've got the Weber 76, and then I've got the big boy Dome XL. I did have a Arc XL out here, but I've let a mate use that basically for the summer because I don't need it. This is really cool. A guy called Robert built this. It's custom built. I'll put a link to his Instagram in the description. He builds like outdoor sort of setups that you can roll around, really cool bits of kit. If you want to spend a bit more money, grab a Grillo kitchen. Those things are unreal. I did a little shoot with them as well, and like had the opportunity to play with their sort of kitchen and with the Gozney ovens because they're now selling Gozney as well. But this thing's really cool. Fit a gas bottle down there, wood and sort of stuff there, and then this thing here is a gastronome. You can fit all your gastro pots in there for making pizza. But let's go and finish prepping this steak, and I've got to get the thermometers so I can nail that temperature. Right, fire is dying down. Check this out. So it launched itself all the way to 300 degrees. It's now at 279, which is kind of perfect because it's just dying down. Have a look at that in there. We're down to that like last little bit. And this is going to be perfect. So this is going to just going to let that die off a little bit more. The wood fire control unit, I've turned it right down. I might just blast it just to get a little more. There we go, let's just blast it up just to get that last log going and get it finished off. And then we're going to slide this steak in. Actually, just made a little decision what I'm going to do. I'm going to chuck a little bit of charcoal in there just to keep this thing ticking along and make sure that I've got like maintaining that heat, although it will, like, it's super hot. I'm going to chuck a little bit of lumpwood charcoal in there just to help it along. I only want a little bit, just a little spoonful. I'm going to lob that at the back there, over there, and that is just going to start to catch. And that should, by using the wood fire control unit, let me show you. See, that's dying off now. Flame's pretty much dead off that actually, so let's just turn that right down. That should now just tick away. You have a look at that. Flame is all but gone. We are ready now to put the door on. So the idea of these ovens is you're only supposed to use the door with no flame present, okay? They're not to be used with gas or anything like that. You put a door on it with gas running, you're just gonna put it out, and then you're basically gonna end up with like loads of like gas running in there, which you do not want, okay? So doors are to only be used in these ovens when running on wood or coal with no flame present. If I was to put that on there with a flame going, I'd starve it full of oxygen, and then when you open it up, you're gonna get that fireball coming out in your face anyway. So let's get the steak. Right. So I have the meat probe here, I have steak here. I'm going to go straight in to the middle, to the fattest part. I'm going to go straight into the middle of that steak, all the way in. You have a look at that? Okay, and then I'm going to plug this in to number 1 on the number 1 port. And let me show you this. There you go, 7 degrees C. I have had it out of the oven, out of the fridge for a while. So let's get the steak, let's get it in. We're going to go all the way in, and we're going to get our door, and we're going to put our door on. And the cool thing is about the door, you see it's got this little teeny little gap there. That is where your thermometer goes. And that's it. So air temperature is hot, 266 degrees. I don't care, 198 on the stone, but we are raised up from the stone. Currently it's 7 degrees. I've got fan on speed 1. And we're just going to let it do its thing. So I'm going to set a timer actually. Let's have a look. Timer's set. Timer is ticking. I'm going to go and cut some cheese for the market for tomorrow. And then we'll come back. I'll come back and check it periodically, and I'll see when it hits to about 40 degrees. I'll take it off. I'm going to wrap it. Might wrap it in some like butcher's paper, like barbecue paper with a little. I've got some beef tallow. I might wrap it in a little beef tallow. I'm going to ramp up that temperature again, so I'm going to get some kindling in there. I'm going to use the wood fire control unit to ramp it up a little again, get some flame going. I'm going to slide a cast iron in there, and we're going to get a wicked crust on this. Then we're going to rest it again, and then we're going to chow down. It's going to be delicious. Right, let's have a little check in. 32 minutes this has been in there now, so let's see what it's looking like, because it is at 33 degrees internal. Can actually smell it as well. It's just gone up to 34 degrees. It smells amazing. Oh mate, look at that. Beautiful. Let's have a little flip. Yeah, this is going to colour up nice. Get it back in there. Put the lid back on. Yeah, 34 degrees. 203 degrees in there currently. And 33 minutes. So fan speed, I put it on 2. You're going to wait a little bit more, probably give it another 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll start to ramp that up. We'll wrap it, we'll rest it, and then we'll ramp it up. Right, it has hit temperature. So meat is at like 44 degrees, something like that. So I'm going to take it out, because we don't need that anymore. We are going to ramp this oven up. So let's just chuck some kindling on here, and I'll show you it being ramped up. Right, got a kindling on there. Going to chuck that in the back there, like that. And what we're going to do, we're going to hit boost, okay? So I'm just going to go around here. Going to turn rest this all the way up, but then we're going to hit boost. And that's going to start to really pump, and that should flame on any second. And while that's doing that, I'm just going to wrap this steak. So we've got a door, just going to place our door over there. That should start to ramp up. Got a cast iron here, that's going to go in, there once that starts to flame up and we start to get some flame. It should catch any minute. Right, just got some Traeger paper here. Let's get our steak. Let's pull. Oh, that's quite hot. I can just grab the bone. My gosh, that looks amazing. Right, we're going to pull out the thermometer because we don't need that anymore. Going to get rid of that pan. We don't need that one. Yeah, we're going to get a flame any second, hopefully. Right. And here I have some beef tallow. So I'm just going to spoon some of this out. I'm going to put some of that on there. Just going to get some of that on in here to wrap it, and that should start to break down. And it means we're not going to need any oil when it goes back in. Right. Ah. Just going to wrap this up for now. Doesn't have to be wrapped special. Right, that's going to stay there. Let's check out this fire. Check it out. There you go, it's just caught. Literally just ramped itself up, and look at that. Straight away we're getting like crazy flame going. Look at that. That's mad. Right, let's get some big wood on there. Let's grab some of these bits that we cut earlier, get a few of these on here. We'll get some large chunks going on. Oh, there's another nice little bit there. So we start off with bits about this size, get them in there, and we'll launch them onto the fire. And this is going to skyrocket. That did not take long to catch at all. Booster's just run out. Let's go give it another boost. So I think you get like a minute or 30, I think it's a minute actually of boost. Right, we're going to let that do its thing. Let that flame up massively, and I'm going to get that cast iron heating in there to get that wicked crust on it. We are absolutely ripping, check it out. Look at that for a flame. This thing is getting screaming hot. We're up at 300 degrees already. Let's get the cast iron in there. Slide that in there. Get that preheating because we want that screaming hot. Right, pan is hot, smoking hot. Let's get the steak. I'm just going to bathe it in this beef tallow. Let's go. It's going in. Gonna get a wicked firm sear on this thing. Super hot, super crisp. Sun's just come out. Gonna have to keep an eye on it though, because I don't want to take it too far. I've not got a thermometer probe in there. Have a look at that already. Oh man, this thing's going to be so good. Shouldn't take long, I just want to sear it off. Look at that. We're up at 422 on the air temperature. See if I can get this out. Mate, the crust on that. Look at this. Let's flip it round. 2 minutes in, hard sear. It's up at 427. It's going to go back into the same paper with a little bit of the beef tallow. I'm going to put some pepper on it as well. It's only had salt on it so far. Mate, let's give it another flip. Back in. That's going to be the last one, and it's almost done. Mate, look at that. Let's go. Absolute beauty. Right, let's wrap it. Okay, so steak is here. Where did I put my pepper? That's my salt. Let me grab my pepper. Right, steak is here. Check it out in the light. Absolutely stonking. Gonna hit it with some pepper. I think that's... I should have probably wrapped the bone. It has burnt the bone a little bit, but that's fine. I'll take it both sides. Tell you what, I'm just going to pierce it and just see what we got to internally. Mate, it's at 51, 52. That is perfect. Right, that's going to... Oh man, I couldn't have nailed it anymore. Right, let's wrap it. And we're going to leave that and then we'll come back and slice it. Right, I can't wait not much longer. It's been about 5 minutes. Oh man, I can't wait for this. I have not eaten anything today. Well, actually, it's... What time is it now? Hold on a minute. It is 2 o'clock and I've had a banana all day. Check this out. Absolute beauty. I tell you what, I'm actually just going to get a couple of shots of this before it goes under the slice. Now screw it, let's slice it. Right, so let's take it off the bone. We'll keep that for presentation purposes. Let's have a look. Let's take the eye off that bit there. Where's the grain? So this bit, oh man, this is the best bit. Oh, dude. Oh mate, this is so good. Right, where is it? That way. Oh mate, it's looking good. These are fat slices. That light doesn't do it justice. Right, let's get this presentation down. Let's fan this bad boy out. How do you do it? I guess it just goes kind of like that. That'll do. Right, let me show you this. Here you go. Right, this thing looks absolutely nuts. I'm not going to wait any longer. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to enjoy this. Banging. Don't really have many sugary drinks, but nice ice cold limonata. Oh mate, I'm going to go straight for one of those little middle bits. That looks the absolute don. That tastes amazing. You can taste the wood fire on it. You can taste like that it's been cooked with care. I put a bit of salt, bit of pepper on it at the end as well. It's got a nice crust. Tastes amazing. Hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned. There'll be plenty more videos coming. It's a summer of cooking outdoors, so I'm going to do more stuff like this as well. But get outside, get a dome, get it fired up. Don't be afraid to use wood. It's amazing and it's much more fun than you think. All right, cheers, bye.